Today, we will be creating Egyptian portraits. We will be using black paper, white crayons, and metallic paint. How do you get started on your portrait? Let's use a portrait starter. That will help us figure out where to put our head. You will notice that the portrait starter is not at the bottom of the paper. Instead, I moved it up. Hold the portrait starter and using an oil pastel or a white crayon, go ahead and trace slowly around your pattern. This is going to help you keep the size of your head accurate and in the middle of the paper. When you take it off, you'll notice that the bottom is empty, and that's because we are going to finish it off with our shoulders and the rest of our body. First, let's finish the face. Go ahead and give it a chin that curves down, almost like you're drawing a smile. How do you find the parts of your face, like your eyes, nose, and mouth? Here's how I did it. First, I made a smile line for my chin. Second, I looked to see where the two lines are that are invisible lines. Half of my head is my nose line and my mouth line. The other half going across are where my two eyes are. I made right in the middle 2 little lines for my eyes. I then made a nose line which is below my eyes and a mouth line below that, because I know that my eyes are in the middle of my head. My nose is right down the middle, going vertically down, and it's a short line, and then my mouth is below that. So that's how I can find the parts of my face. The eye is curved like an almond or a football. Go ahead and start with one curved line, add in the next, and look at how I'm trying to keep them similar. I'm trying to keep them the same. Now, we'll do the bottom of the eye. The bottom of the eye is also curved so that we finish off that almond shape. Don't worry if one looks bigger than the other. We can always add some pastel to it. Go ahead and make a circle around for the iris. The iris is the colored part of your eye, and inside is that circle. Next, we'll do a dot for the pupil. And the pupil can be big or small depending on the light. Go ahead and draw a crease above the eye and a crease. Now, these are our Egyptian portraits, and Egyptians wore makeup around their eyes to emphasize their eyes. So you can make darker lines around your eye and underneath. You could add some eyelashes. I'm going to make this one a little bit darker as well. They also have eyebrows just like us. So I'm going to do some eyebrow lines. Let's continue to the nose. To do a very simple nose, you do a backwards J. You can keep it just as simple as that. If you want to add little C's to the sides, you can. Or you can just leave it that little hook line. Now for a mouth is as wide as your eyes. I'm going to draw a little smile first. Just a smile line. I'm going to put little lines in the corners. And then I'm going to do a bottom lip. And I'm going to do a top lip. Now, depending how you want to make your lips look, you can make them thick or you can make them thin. It's up to you. Now, Egyptians wore headdresses, and they are very symbolic. So, if you were a pharaoh, you could identify the pharaoh because of the headdress. I'm going to make a band that goes across my forehead as part of my headdress. I'm going to then add a snake at the top. My snake is smiling. Maybe I'll even put a little pattern into my snake. Also, I'm going to add more fabric that comes out and down. Now, you may not see a person's ears. If you did, they might be just little bits, or you wouldn't see them at all. Now on the headdress, I'm going to add a line. That's a zigzag line, but you could do stripes. You could do anything that you would like to do. I'm going to add also some stripes on the headdress all the way up and all the way down. Remember, you can do it the way that you want to do it. Now for this bottom part, I am going to do a gold necklace that goes around the Egyptian's neck. And I'm going to put in a pattern. Maybe I'll make it look like the Egyptian is wearing jewels. I'm also going to slide this up so you can see. Continue on with the arms going down. Now I might just put in stripes or even do some stripes the other direction. Maybe I'm going to make some checkers actually. Kind of like the Egyptian is wearing a robe of some sort. Now when you're done drawing your portrait, your Egyptian portrait, you can start painting. You're going to be painting with metallic paint. Now if you paint and you just paint really quickly all over your portrait, you're going to go over all the hard work that you just did. So make sure when you're painting with your metallic paints that you're painting inside the spaces and around the spaces. You do not want to go back and forth and cover up all of the lines. You want to make sure that you're going inside the spaces so we can see your great lines. All right, enjoy your portraits.